How's it going, everyone? My name is Nick and this is Mechanic Built, and we are here today to talk about rainproofing or dustproofing the back of the tailgate of the Ford Maverick. Also, if you're watching this video and you also have a truck bed, and if you were just like me, rather than buying a specific product that would work for your vehicle and paying almost twice or 3 times as much, I found this kit for $25 on Amazon, decided to kind of cross my fingers and hope to God it actually worked, and sure enough, because how small my tailgate is, it actually does work. So the link is going to be definitely in the description below. But one thing, the reason why I definitely had to get this product was, one, I had water coming into my tailgate, and if you guys are on my channel, you'd know that I took this Maverick off-roading and so much dust got inside of the bed. Also, do note that this video was actually filmed a while ago, so now I could actually attest to you guys that this actually really works for just 25 bucks. But this isn't a 100% solution to your waterproofing or dustproofing needs. However, I will tell you that it does keep about 95% of the water out during a heavy rain and about 99% of the water during a light mist or a light rain. Now, when it comes to the dust, I would say about 99% of the dust stays out of the Ford Maverick's bed, and it does actually pretty well for $25. So, in this video, you guys are actually going to see us install it. And another thing too, I'd really appreciate you guys if you could give a like in this video. Definitely subscribe if you want to see Maverick content or anything automotive, and don't forget to hit that bell notification. Let's get to it. Alright, as you guys can see here, we are starting on our Ford Maverick weather stripping. You can see the weather stripping. I kind of laid it out on the bed. It came with this nice long piece of one size of the weather stripping. That's going to be the smaller one you're in your package, and that one is going to be what you're going to be using. It comes with a little bigger one, which is actually perfect for the Ford Maverick because this isn't exactly a regular truck bed. As you guys can see here, I grabbed glass cleaner because this is the best I could find. However, if I were you, I would recommend going to the store and getting isopropyl alcohol. So I start cleaning off the Maverick bed. As you guys can see here, not only in the video, you also see that I have a microfiber. I also have a nice sharp pair of scissors because I am going to be using that to cut our weather stripping. Because I didn't have isopropyl alcohol and I was using glass cleaner, I just made sure that I wiped any dirt in the crevices where I was going to lay the double-sided 3M tape on my Maverick's bed. Okay, I'm kind of jumping a little bit here in the future, but as you guys can see here where I'm going to stop the video, I want to talk a little bit about my weather stripping. Right here in the corner is going to be very important. The reason why that being is, as you can see here, the bottom weather stripping here, which you do not want to make any cuts, make it run across the bottom of the bed, and it actually fits quite perfectly. And on that bottom weather stripping, you do not want to pass the opening of the bed right here. And the reason for that being is, as you can see, the weather stripping that's going down next to my left tail light actually goes past the bottom weather stripping. Reason for this being is that if water gets between the body and the tailgate, it'll actually go down and out past the bumper. So actually, let's go back a little bit, because remember how I said those Maverick bed tailgates are kind of weird? So this is the reason why. This is your top rubber bumper for your tailgate, and as you can see here with my tapered seal, this is the larger seal that actually comes in that kit. That's in the link in the description. It kind of makes things a little bit awkward. So this tapered seal actually doesn't really seal anything, more so it just kind of helps direct water go down the side of the tailgate. So as you can see, the tapered seal actually starts right underneath the plastic trim of the Ford Maverick bed, going down to that rubber bumper cushion, and then below that rubber bumper cushion is going to be the start of my actual seal. But you might be wondering, this doesn't really seal everything on the top. Now, if you've gotten this far into the video, don't forget that in order to actually start weatherproofing your tailgate, you got to make sure that you have a cover of some sort. I have a video of me installing a bed cover. Go ahead, check that out. There's a video on that, me installing one that is extremely affordable. But kind of going back to the seals on my tailgate here, as you could see, I'm actually going to go towards the actual seals that I put on the actual tailgate, and these are my tailgate seals. I know where I'm talking a lot about weather stripping and seals and everything like that, but there's a whole reason why I'm explaining this to you, because you're going to have to kind of get creative, and you have to actually make some adjustments in order for all of this to work. So once you kind of get the bed cover over the tailgate, and with that seal on the tailgate itself also, you get that 95 to 99% protection from the elements. part we're going to do is the bottom. Let's talk about installation. So remember how we talked about the bottom weather stripping? So this is the weather stripping we are going to start installing first. So as you can see here, I just started peeling one end of my 3M tape, and then I ended up measuring it out to the other end of the bed. So it goes to pretty much each side of the bed walls, not passing the walls of the actual bed. And one thing to note about this weather stripping, it actually works really well. If you actually notice at the back of your Ford Maverick bed, there's a little bit of a lip on the bottom deck of that bed, so that weather stripping could kind of tuck right underneath there, right up against it, nice and flush. And as you can see here, I was just trying to make sure everything was nice and flush in that corner and made sure everything stuck. So now you're going to see that we're starting on the seal right underneath the rubber bumper cushion. As you could tell, I kind of did everything here by eyeball, and then I made my cuts. And now, knowing that the left and the right are actually the same, I pretty much took that same weather stripping I just cut, as you could see, and made a second cut for my left side. And just like the bottom seal, we pulled out that 3M tape, took that weather stripping, and made it flush on the opening of the bed. And it's the same on the left side, installing the weather stripping. And now we go to our tailgate, where I installed the tailgate seal on the actual tailgate itself. And again, don't be like me using glass cleaner, use isopropyl alcohol. So here I actually started pretty much forming the gasket, pushing it up against the tailgate itself, and I was pushing up against the plastic trim, and I kind of wanted this tailgate seal to kind of go down where the tailgate cables actually connected. And the reason for this being is because, as you can see here, I wanted the weather stripping to pass the latch opening and the bolt where the tailgate cables connected. That way it just kind of gave a better seal when the tailgate comes up and gets mounted up against the body, therefore giving it a better seal to keep the elements out of my bed. I don't know if you guys could see how the 3M adhesive here is kind of going up onto this side of the tailgate rather than sitting flush with the edge. And as you're going in, it's hard to see, it kind of comes out to the edge, so it sticks out more on the top. So hopefully when I close this, it sits pretty much flush. I know there's a little bit of gap here, so we could fix that real quick before it settles. Pull that up. See, that's what I'm trying to prevent from happening. So we have a little bit of a gap right there, but most of the water is going to get away and start channeling down this way. It's not going to be 100% dust proof, so I'm happy with my corners here right now. And I'm going to show it on the other camera right over here. I'm going to utilize this in a sense to pretty much cover this gap right over here. So as you guys can see here, I got that larger piece of weather stripping. So if water gets down here, it'll go through that hole and down and out, rather down and in. Now, all I gotta do is mock it up on this side and we'll go from there. Alright guys, and that's pretty much it. It took about 30 minutes in total to install all of this. Everything was kind of like eyeballed, as I've told you, and I could attest because this was filmed months ago. This does really work really well. Heck, I even had my $3,000 editing computer in the very back up against the tailgate and no water got on it whatsoever. Even though, yeah, it was on a cardboard box, blah, 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 blah. It really worked really well. I was actually impressed. This is probably one of the best mods you could do for $25, especially if you have a Tonneau cover. Now, again, the link is in the description below, and if you've made it this far in the video and haven't subscribed, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button, that bell notification, like the video. Liking the video always helps with the channel. Other than that, my name is Nick. This is Mechanic Built. Until next time, guys.